There are houses that live, and there are houses that breathe. Some whisper in the night, some remember what we wish to forget, and some, like Rose Red, don't like to be ignored. When I was a teenager, I became obsessed with Stephen King's Rose Red, a sprawling mansion with endless hallways, shifting rooms, and a hunger that devoured anyone who dared to enter. It wasn't just another haunted house story, it felt real, too real. So naturally, I had to find out if it was. King wrote Rose Red as a made-for-TV miniseries in 2002, but the seed was planted decades earlier in a mansion that truly exists, the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. The house wasn't built by an architect or blueprints. It was built by Sarah Winchester, a widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the Winchester repeating arms fortune, and according to legend, it was built to appease the dead. After losing her infant daughter and then her husband, Sarah reportedly turned into a spiritualist who told her she was cursed. The countless souls killed by the Winchester rivals were seeking vengeance. The only way to escape them? Keep building. Forever. Sarah moved west and brought an unfinished farmhouse in 1884. What she created over the next 38 years became the labyrinth of grief and superstition. 7 stories high, over 160 rooms, secret passageways, stairs that lead to ceilings, doors that open into walls, windows that peer into other rooms. She employed carpenters day and night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the sound of the hammers never ceased. Some believe it was madness, others divine fear. But if you look closer, the design feels intentional, almost like the blueprint of a mind haunted by something unseen. Now, let's fast forward to the 90s. Stephen King, fascinated by the Winchester house, decided to build his own nightmare from it. But King doesn't just copy legends, he reanimates them. He imagined Ellen Rimbauer, a wealthy 1900s socialite, and her estate, Rose Red, a mansion in Seattle that grows like a living organism. Every death, every act of violence feeds it. And the house responds by adding new rooms, expanding like a parasite creature made of grief and guilt. The result was Rose Red, a sprawling 3-part series that blurred the line between haunted house and sentient being. King even went so far as to create a mockumentary called The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer, which I used to own. It's fascinating. It's a fictional prequel disguised as fact, complete with fake interviews, vintage photographs, and fabricated historical archives. Fans, myself included, started questioning, was this actually based on something real? To understand why so many people believed it, you have to know the story itself. Rose Red began with Dr. Joyce Reardon, a psychology professor obsessed with proving the existence of the paranormal. Her target? A mysterious Seattle mansion called Rose Red. Built in the early 1900s by oil tycoon John Rimbauer for his young wife Ellen. From the moment Ellen set foot inside, strange things began to happen. Workers vanished, guests disappeared, and the house quite literally began to grow on its own. By the time John Rimbauer died under suspicious circumstances, Rose Red had taken on a life of its own. Walls shifting, corridors twisting, rooms appearing overnight. Ellen herself eventually vanished within it, never seen again. Now, fast forward to modern day. Dr. Reardon assembles a team of psychics to investigate the mansion, hoping their combined powers will awaken whatever sleeps within the walls. And awaken it does. Inside Rose Red, reality bends, time folds, doors lead to nowhere, or somewhere else entirely. Each psychic becomes a piece of the house's hunger, and one by one they're devoured, absorbed in its structure. By the end, the house remains standing, undefeated, unsatisfied. Its stained glass gleams like an unblinking eye, its heart still beating, waiting for the next visitor. Both houses share chilling DNA, both built by women haunted by loss, both endlessly expanding with no architect or no logical structure, and both driven by guilt, death, and the whispers of unseen forces. But there's a deeper connection, one that lingers in the bones of American folklore, because both Sarah Winchester and Ellen Rimwire represent something beyond their walls. The idea that grief, if ignored, can build its own prison. Even stranger visitors to the Winchester Mystery House still report phantom footsteps, cold spots, and apparitions of a petite woman in black, quietly watching from the balconies. Carpenters say that they've heard hammering when no one's working. Tourists have captured orbs, shadows, and reflections in the mirror where there should be none. And here's the creepy twist. During the production of Rose Red, some of the cast claimed they experienced paranormal activity on set. Doors slamming, equipment malfunctioning. A few even said they saw a woman walking the halls in period dress when no one else was there. So is Rose Red real? Not in a literal sense, but in the psychological sense? Oh, absolutely. If the echo of the Winchester unfinished sorrow, reimagined through King's fever dream, a fictional mansion built atop real tragedy, and in that way, both houses remain alive. Rose Red feeds on the depths within its walls. The Winchester house feeds on curiosity, the countless visitors who keep its legend alive, and if stories are what gives haunted places their energy, then both houses will live forever. Maybe that's the real horror of both Rose Red and Winchester. They remind us that grief never really ends. It just builds and builds until the walls start to breathe. And somewhere in the dark, a door creaks open, and a voice says, "Welcome home." If you enjoyed this trip into the haunted heart of Rose Red and the Winchester Mystery House, don't forget to lock your doors because legends have a way of following you home. Happy Halloween, guys. Night.